Alrighty, before we head right into Castlevania, it's time for some spirit boards. First up, we have Bald Bull. Bald Bull is a Turkish boxer appearing in the Punch-Out series, pretty much all of the Punch-Out games, and he also made a cameo appearance in the arcade game Arm Wrestling, in which he wore a mask and had an alias. Next up, we have a party member from the original Xenoblade Chronicles. We have Sharla. Sharla is a medic from Colony 6, and she also serves as your main medic of the party. That said, even though she, does focus on mostly healing, she does also wield an ether rifle, so to represent her penchant for firearms, we have her being played by Zero Suits, wielding her laser pistol there. And like with most Xenoblade characters, we're currently fighting on the Gaur Plains, which is where you spend most of your time in that game. Especially if you like to grind. Next up, we have the Sun Salutation. This is a daily exercise that helps to increase your blood circulation, tones your muscles, and warms up your joints, so it also serves as a very effective warm-up. Funnily enough, given the name of it. There are several variations of the Sun Salutation, according to different yoga websites that I've researched, but the constant between them all seems to be the raising of the arms to praise the sun, as it were, and then the bend forwards. In Smash Bros, the Wii Fit trainer uses the Sun Salutation as their B move, and it quite literally summons the sun as a projectile. So for this battle, you have a fuckload of Wii trainers all just peppering you with the sun while the floor is on fire, so you have to put on a spirit to counteract that. So, yeah, this is arguably the most difficult Wii Fit battle in the game. Especially with the sheer amount of them as well. I feel like the 7 Wii Fit trainers that we've fought thus far for this battle represents the 7 days of the week, as this is a daily activity. And, yeah, with a whole bunch of Wii Fit trainers all hive-minding on a stage like this, it is very, very easy to get punked off of one of the edges, even at low percentages. So, yeah, the key to this fight is to just try and crowd control, just deal with all of them. And if you have a reflector, holy shit, please use it. Please use your goddamn reflector. Playing a character without a reflector for this fight is the definition of hubris. So yeah, anyway, one more decisive hit, and we are done with that. Next up, we have Saki Amamiya. This is the second Sin and Punishment spirit that we've encountered. And Saki is actually the main protagonist of the first game, who has both a costume, a Mii costume, and also an assist trophy. So, yeah. Sin and Punishment itself, just to reiterate, is a 3D on-rails shoot-'em-up game in which you played as Saki, taking down a shitload of robots with his dolphin, a combination sword and gun. Basically a gun blade. So that is why we have this Mii gunner to represent the gun side, and they were wielding a laser sword to represent the dolphin's sword capabilities. When enemies get close to you, you don't have to shoot them, you can just slash them to hell. Also, the stage that we're currently battling on, the Splatoon stage, also helps get across the setting of Sin and Punishment, which itself is near-future, somewhat dystopian Tokyo. So, yeah, that is... those are all the pieces in place right there. And, yeah, for the rest of this battle, I just need to not die, because even though this is a one-on-one fight, it has proven quite difficult. This Saki is not to be trifled with, it turns out. Now, if I get my final smash out before... Oh, fuck! Okay, this could go badly, this could go very badly. Come on, I just need to kill you before you get me with that goddamn laser attack. There we are. Whew, nice. Here, we have Zero. Zero is your guide in Metal Gear Solid 3. And like with so many Metal Gear Solid spirit battles, some fucked up shit kind of lies under the surface here. So as the battle goes on, your speed slowly decreases. This represents how Zero, within the Metal Gear Solid lore, eventually ends up elderly, wheelchair-bound, and in what could be considered a vegetative state. And he is euthanized by Big Boss, his former ally. Fuck. Every time with Metal Gear Solid, I swear. Here at Clip and Snip. Clip and Snip are the main protagonists of the game Snipperclips, a Switch game developed by the Super Flash Bros. Now, fun fact about the Super Flash Bros, they used to make, really, goofy animations on Newgrounds, and I remember so many of those so fondly. And it's so wild to me that they've now since moved on to become actual game developers. I'm very happy for them. Very, very happy for them. Snipperclips itself is a game where Clip and Snip have to go around and essentially chop little pieces out of each other in order to, get through the stages. And their cute, simple designs are being perfectly represented by Pac-Man and Kirby. Here, slightly less adorable, we have the Queen Metroids. So the Queen Metroid is the final boss of both Metroid 2, or Samus Returns, and also Other M. That Metroid game. The Queen Metroid is the final stage of a Metroid's lifespan, and it is a huge, terrifying, very reptilian-looking beast. So to represent that, we have Smash's own reptilian royalty character, King K. Rool. And as the fight goes on, K. Rool gets slowly more powerful and also bigger to represent just how, imposing, dominating, and terrifying the Queen Metroid is. So yeah, this fight, despite the fact that I am a 4-star spirit, took me quite a lot of attempts because of just how much damage this Queen Metroid does if you give her a chance to. She can kill you in 2 or 3 hits. It's utterly ridiculous, so yeah. But like with so many other spirit battles in Smash, there are usually, quick and easy ways of cheesing things. Said methods of cheesing fights have actually been brought up by the actual Smash dev team themselves, making me feel like a right fool when I struggle in any 4-star battle now. So yeah, for the rest of this LP, I'm gonna just pretend to be doing better at all of these than I actually am, just to protect what little Smash pride I had left. Anyway, just trying to make plenty of distance and get my shots off. You'll notice the way I'm playing this is actually like a Metroid game, where I'm just spacing myself away from the enemy and getting my shots, out where I can, from a safe distance. Yeah, this is the fight that most represents a Metroid boss battle to me. And you know what? I'm very, very thankful that the boosted attack power does not apply to that final smash, because that would have absolutely caned me. Oh, God! Oh, God! How quickly! Oh, my God, that was almost a turnaround in 3 or 4 hits there. Oh, goodness gracious, that's terrifying. Get the fuck out. There you go. That's the Metroid Queen. Here we have the King of the Dance, another Wii Fit spirit battle. This particular movement is just referred to in the US version of Smash Bros. As Dancer, for some reason. But it's still the same movement. Essentially, you have to stretch your shoulders along with your chest, your thighs, your groin, your abdomen, your legs, and your ankles. You give your whole body a good stretch with this one. And it also helps to improve your balance, which is very, very important where yoga is concerned. And how the fuck did I win that? I do not know how I won that. Here we have the Monster. The Monster is the main vehicle that you use in the game Famicom Grand Prix 2 3D Hot Rally. This was a Japan exclusive NES racing game that never actually got, ported over here because apparently, this is just hearsay, the style of the game was far too cutesy and Western audiences aren't into that, which that's a very sad, reductive way of looking at things from a very, very cynical marketing perspective, but yeah, focusing on the battle itself, we have all of the Koopalings riding around in their clown cars to represent the rally cars flinging themselves around. And, how did you survive that? What the hell? What the hell was that? Yeah, the actual stage itself, the Mushroomy Kingdom that we're going through, gives off a kind of desert rally feel as well, so yeah. Anyway, there we go. There's the win. Here we have the Mach 8s. The Mach 8s is one of the basic karts appearing in Mario Kart 8, the game for which the whole unique selling point was the anti-gravity driving. You could drive off of walls and off of roofs, which made the level design in Mario Kart 8 very, very interesting. So to represent that, we have the high gravity to pin us down to the ground. But the stage itself is the Mario Kart 8 stage, where things are constantly flying around and changing on you. Anyway, here we have Airman, a robot master from Mega Man 2. He fires little tornadoes at you, so in order to defeat him, you essentially need to go at him with Woodman's leaf shields and fling the leaves at him, which would essentially block the giant fan on his chest to take him out. Now, the conditions of this stage, i.e. the strong winds, are very, very representative of how Airman, fights against you, with the wind attacks making it hard for you to really advance on him in any kind of meaningful way. And you know what? When I think of the boss fight against Airman, I do just instinctively think of that one rock song. That really, really entertaining rock song that I heard on YouTube like years ago. Japanese song. Sung from the perspective of a guy who just couldn't beat this goddamn fight. I'm gonna have to link that in the description. Anyway, here we have the Toy-Con VR goggles. So this is a peripheral that you could get with your Nintendo Labo to play VR games on the Switch. And one of those games is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You can actually play this game in VR. I've never tried it because Labo is expensive and I have no earthly clue how that would even work. I don't know if it's in first person or what. But yeah, for this particular fight, representing the VR goggles, we have the Fatal Frame assist trophy coming in, which takes snaps of you. We're playing on the gamer stage, which also does damage to you when the two eyes in the background lock with you. And the items spawning in are the Dragoon, which if you get all three of those, you get a targeting reticle, which also gives you a VR-esque overlay. So, moving on, we have Linda from the Fire Emblem series. Linda is a mage appearing in the Arcania games, that is to say, the games with Marth in them. Fire Emblems 1, 3, and their remakes. And Linda is known for using light magic. She's a mage who specializes in lights. So to represent that, there was lightning on the ground. Close enough. Here is Liquid Snake. Liquid Snake is the main antagonist of the Metal Gear Solid series. He is a clone son of Big Boss, making him, a twin brother of Solid Snake. And, yeah, this particular stage has a poisonous mist slowly killing you. That represents Fox Die, the engineered retrovirus that slowly kills Solid and Liquid Snake, culminating in their final battle in Metal Gear Solid 4, where they're having one last scrap before they both inevitably die. Goddamn Metal Gear. Here is Duo. Duo is a, I was about to say Robot Master. He's not a Robot Master. He's a friendly robot who appears in the Mega Man series, the original series. He first appeared in the arcade-exclusive Mega Man 2 The Power Fighters, which essentially teased his role in the upcoming Mega Man 8, in which he essentially served as a robot cop, like a space robot cop, who made it his mission to stop the evil energy that Dr. Wily was taking advantage of. So that's Duo for you. Here is Ninian. Ninian is a dancer appearing in Fire Emblem 7. As the game goes on, you eventually learn that she is secretly a dragon, taking human form. Now, in Fire Emblem 7, the person you pair up with Eliwood dictates who Roy's canonical mother ends up being. And for me, it's always Ninian. I always put Eliwood and Ninian together, because it just makes sense for me for Roy to be part dragon. What with his fiery attributes and his penchant for using the dragon blade and all that shit. Anyway, here we are in the shop. I had a little bit of a brain fart there. Here's the cardboard box, a reoccurring item in the Metal Gear Solid series that Snake uses for stealth. And there is the Fire Flower, basic fire power-up in the Mario series. Over here, we have the Blast-o-Matic, the doomsday weapon created by King K. Rool to take down Donkey Kong Islands. And there is a Road Turret, a basic enemy from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the Subspace Emissary. Over here, you have the Bloom Coach, a two-person vehicle used by Peach and Daisy in Double Dash. And there is a Blue Shark, a submarine appearing in Steel Diver. There's the plane that you ride around in Wii Sports Resorts. And now it's time for fusions. Putting together the squid along with the cheerleaders gives us a pair of squid cheerleaders, or divas in this case. The Squid Sisters from the original Splatoon. Putting together all of these samurai characters gives us a 4-star samurai. That is to say, Samurai Goro from F-Zero, Captain Falcon's nemesis. Putting together the Fire Flower, the Freezy, and Charlotte Orlin, that is to say a witch, gives us a pair of witches who are fire and ice-based respectively. Kuume and Kotake from Ocarina of Time. Upgrading, we can turn the Skull Kid into the 4-star Skull Kid with Majora's Mask. Upgrading the two witches gives us the Twin Rover, as they appear in Ocarina of Time once again. Upgrading Dombe and Hikari gives us the older version of them. Very nice. And last but not least, upgrading the wall-mounted Link. That's not what it's called, but let's go with it. We get Link as he appears in A Link Between Worlds.